There are many myths and misconceptions when it comes to GLP-1 weight loss journeys. Oftentimes, you all tell me some of the strangest things. So today we're going to address 5 myths that people have about GLP-1 weight loss. GLP-1 journeys seem to be the rage right now. So many people are hearing about them, talking about them, and with that being stated, they have questions. So some of these, you'd be like, did they really just ask that? And truth be told, they did. The problem is, not all of it is true. So let's get into some of these questions. So if someone finds out you're on a GLP-1, they might just say, oh, so you're on the shot? You can eat whatever you want. That's cool. No, that's a myth. Now, I would argue that yes, some people do continue to eat just like they did while still on the shot. But when you take the shot, oftentimes your body has different adverse reactions that kind of cause you to stop eating some of the things you used to eat. For me, I used to be a Dr. Pepper queen. I love drinking Dr. Pepper. However, now that I'm on the GLP-1, and FYI, I've been on it for 28 months, Dr. Peppers just seem really sweet to me. Same thing with some of my favorite candy bars. If I go to eat one, there is no way I'm going to be able to finish it. So did you catch what I said? I'm still eating and enjoying some of the things in life, but due to my new habits, I have control. There's definitely a way for me to eat, enjoy, but not overindulge. And that's really what the medication is doing for me. Now, please understand, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm just a lady on a weight loss journey. Happen to be a mom and a teacher, and I'm expressing my experiences on YouTube. So to answer the question, can you just eat anything that you want? Yeah, however, I would utilize this time to practice those good habits. Oftentimes, like I said, your body will tell you what you can and cannot eat. Oh, you're on the shot. It's just like having weight loss surgery, right? Wrong. While weight loss surgery has been the top tier method of people losing weight, GLP-1s are slowly but quickly stepping up their game. When we release the Tirzepatide, either later this year, 2026, or early next year, 2027, that one is truly supposed to be compared to the results of weight loss surgeries. Until then, they are two very separate things, but they do have some things in common. Example, if you take one of the GLP-1s or you choose to go the surgery route, you still have to follow some dietary restrictions. You still need to eat in a caloric deficit. You also need to move your body and focus on protein. So in those ways, yes, they are the same. But the journey, not so much. Surgery is just that, surgery. Giving yourself an injection is pretty non-invasive, and for the most part, you don't have any downtime. For the most part, because some people do suffer with side effects, and that's a whole nother video. You might also hear someone say, oh, my cousin's on the shot. They lost 40 pounds in 2 months. Well, whoa, that is great for your cousin. Congratulations to your cousin. Wow, that's awesome. I know for me, I wish that would have been my story, but that was not my story. Oftentimes when we take a GLP-1, it relates to your body, your hormones, your chemistry, all kinds of different functions of the body. So that's why no journey is the same. How I take my GLP-1 reacts differently than how you might take your GLP-1. So automatically assuming that you're going to take the shot and drop all the weight, that's a myth. I personally thought I was going to take the shot and lose 100 pounds in about 6 months, and that was not my story. I did, however, lose 70 pounds within the first year. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Unbelievable. Would not change that for the world. With that being said, question number 4 might come up. Aren't you afraid you're going to gain all the weight back? Well, yeah. But as long as I'm practicing those habits I talked about earlier, eating in a caloric deficit, ensuring that I'm eating protein and working out, that's a building block. Let me break that down for you really quick. Let's say you're a contractor and you're going to build a house. You're going to build the best house. For reference, I'm talking about my body. I'm going to build the best body I got. And I go buy some wood. Wood is protein. If I don't actually do anything with the wood, all I have is wood. So when we're on these journeys, yes, protein is king. We need to make sure we have our protein, but we also need to be utilizing our muscles. We got to build the house. So protein is great, but we also need to strength train, move your body, make sure your muscles realize, hey, we have incoming of protein, let's use it. Again, building a house. Hey, we have lumber, we have wood, let's build a house. So build the best, beautiful house you can while on your GLP-1 weight loss journeys. So as long as I'm practicing what I'm doing to lose the weight moving forward, the idea of me gaining the weight goes further and further and further and further down. That goes back to that question number 1. You can eat anything you want. Well, if I lose the weight that I'm hoping to lose, which is roughly 130 pounds, which again, I've lost a little over 80, then yes, I will regain the weight back if I haven't been practicing the things that are going to help me sustain my weight loss. So sustaining your weight loss, practicing those good habits is key. It truly is key to the success of your weight loss. Oftentimes people move into maintenance once they've hit their goal weight, and that is truly the time to reflect and ensure that you've been doing all the things that have caused you to be successful to date. You might need to do a little tweaking here and there to ensure that that weight gain doesn't come back with a vengeance. But oftentimes, from what I've seen, some people have been really successful in their maintenance journeys. Kudos to y'all. Again, y'all are leading by example. I know eventually when I get there, I'll be looking to you for some strength and guidance. Now, this question is always funny. Ooh, you're taking the easy way out. What is easy about this? Some people can't give themselves a shot. I know that for a fact. I have some family members, love them dearly, but they are afraid of needles. So they choose to do the Wegovy pill, which is fine because again, every journey is different. The goal is still the same, to be healthy and lead the best life you can by any means necessary. So for me, it's understandable that from the outside looking in, it does look like you're cheating. It's super easy. You just take a shot. You just take a pill. Again, people are missing the big picture. We oftentimes are changing our eating habits. We're prioritizing water, hydration, fiber. We are moving our bodies. And these medications, in many respects, quiet the food noise. I didn't even realize I had an issue with food noise until the food noise went away. When the silence hit, the quiet, the moments that I realized I am not thinking about food, my whole world started to shift and change. Not only was I able to actually fill that in with what plans should I have for this weekend, maybe I should get creative because now I have that extra space that was occupied by food. So understanding that the medication can help those of us who have food noise issues, but that again doesn't mean that it's easy, because now that that quiet is there, we have to do something with it in addition to practicing our new skills. Now, I personally have used Mochi Health as my GLP-1 provider, and I'd like to thank them for sponsoring today's video. If you are on a GLP-1 weight loss journey, you've probably heard me talk about Mochi. They are my ride or die. If you are thinking of starting a GLP-1 journey and you're worried about those 5 little myths that have come out, that's why it's important to work with providers who will answer questions for you, who will guide you along your GLP-1 weight loss journeys. Because these people who ask you those questions, they're not the ones to ask. With Mochi Health, they will help you answer questions, find the medication that's going to be best for you and your wishes, in addition to offer you opportunities for labs, sleep studies, meeting with a dietitian. All of that is a resource for you to ensure that your success is success. So I'd like to thank you so much. Question down below. What has been the craziest question you have been asked since you've been on your GLP weight loss journey? And if you are not on a journey yet, give me one of those crazy questions. I don't mind. I think they're kind of funny. Y'all take care.